Hello, welcome back to a new video in the introduction to the Linux command line series. In part 1, we discussed shell expansion, and this is going to be part 2, where we're going to talk more about the same topic. Let's get started. Let's start with an example here. I've got a variable, a shell variable text, and I'm assigning the value shell-expansion. And let me show you what happens if you want to use the following format. This format will give you a substring of the complete string over here. So we're saying give me character 0, we start counting by 0, so that's character 0, S, and character 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the cutoff is at character 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not included. So that means characters 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What if you remove the colon 0? What happens here is you start from character number 5 going onward to the end of the string. Now for this one, I'm going to show you some magic and then I'm going to explain it. So say that you have a variable called path /home/user/photo.jpg. I'm going to paste this, and that's going to print photo.jpg and this is going to print everything in the path except for the name and the extension, this, and that's going to drop the extension. So what is actually happening here? What are these simple symbols? Are you supposed to memorize them? The answer is no. I have a visual here that's going to be helpful to understanding what is going on. So so you've your hash sign that chops from the front. So when you refer to a path and you have a hash sign, you know that the chopping is going to start from the front or the beginning of the string towards the end. And when you see this, you know the chopping happening from the end of the string towards the beginning. So that's why when we chopped the name or chopped the extension, we use the percentage sign. Whereas when we chopped in the front, we use the hash sign. The second thing is if it's a single one or if it's a double. So shortest match for a single hash and double would be the longest match. So here, what we did is path double hash, so the longest match where you have an asterisk, like match anything until you match the longest, the last slash, which this is the first slash, second, and last. So this is the biggest match that we're going to come across to satisfy this expression. And so those were cut off. Same thing for here, but instead of using two percentage signs, we used one. So the shortest match was anything all the way until you hit a slash. So in the original path, that's basically here. So we chopped jpg.photo and the slash with it. And then we just ended up with home/user. And over here, we did the same thing, but we matched only the extension. Does it make sense? Let's move on to command substitution. I'm going to execute today is, and then this right here, which is giving me Sunday. But notice if I change that to single quotes, I just get the thing as is. So apparently when you have a double quotes, there is some sort of a substitution that's taken place here. All right, so let me execute date. Date is a command that basically print or set the system date and time. Right. So then what happens if you give it a plus? That is signaling that you're given a formatting option. And when you do this, well, oops, I should rid of that. It gives you Sunday. So if we go in the man page and we search for this, it'll say it's the full weekday name. So we can give it a different look option. And it'll give you the month. Yeah, so basically, if you'd like to execute anything here, you just wrap it between a $sign and then parentheses. So I can put here, I don't know, echo hello world, and then today is hello world. You get the point. So the standard output of your command will be treated as a string and will be concatenated to today is. Another example I can show you here is the echo command we're all familiar with, and you have files here and then some sort of a command substitution taking place. If you hit enter, you get the number 3. So we're in the home directory of my user, and we have 3 folders or files, I guess, directories in here, and executing ls and then piping the result, which is this one, to wc-w is going to give me 3. wc is word count, and the command accepts an option of -w or double- words, which would count the number of words that you're passing onto its standard input, what we just literally did here. So there's another way of doing command substitution, which is kind of like the old backtick way of using this character. It does work, but you're probably better off using the $ and the parentheses. So keep that in mind. Let me show you another type of shell expansion, arithmetic expansion. So you could use a $ and double parentheses, opening, closing, and then put an arithmetic expression inside, and that should compute the expression for you. So we did addition, subtraction we could do. Division is an integer only division. The modulus or remainder, the 2 to the power 8, 256. And then you can define this variable here, and then you can use a variable as its numeric value, like as a numerical value within an arithmetic expression here. Say you change count to be hello, and then you try to do that, well, you're going to get a 0. So it only works when you actually have a number stored in the variable. All right, I think that's it for now, and we're going to leave the rest for part 3 and potentially part 4. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Cheers.